I was gonna say there's gonna be some editing to this, right?
Well, somewhat, a little bit. I don't edit a lot, but that's fine. But anyway, we are back. Another Around the Pit. Today I'm joined with my buddy BJ, Mr. Velcro Vision, Benjamin, whatever you want to call it. I got us a couple of nice steaks.
Ooh.
Had them set out. Here, I'll see if the camera can see. Had them set out and ready.
Cool.
So we'll figure we'll throw them
you got them all seasoned up and everything?
Yeah, season them up, let them sit for a little bit. Let them sweat, if you will. Figure I'll cook you a good steak today.
Cool.
Hope you're hungry. I'm hungry. This is my meal for the day.
Yeah.
So, what you been up to?
Oh, not much. It's been a long day.
Been a long day.
Yep, worked last night.
BJ is the official winery master.
Yes, I am a...
Is that the term? I don't know what the term is. I'm just making stuff up.
Venture? Something like that?
Winery venture?
No, a venture is like a winemaker.
A winemaker?
I think that's the proper term. I'm probably going to have to waste a Google on that just to make sure. But I've read...
Sure that you're right.
What's that?
Just to make sure that you're right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I make one. I assist make wine. I can't say that I make the wine because Dad's the mad scientist, but
he's the mad scientist.
I help out. But I do a lot of the.
You do a lot of the bottling and the.
Yes, I do. I'm like
salesmanship.
I'm like Igor, the evil assistant.
The evil assistant. Get my microphone back up.
I do, and then I also do like the employee stuff, the scheduling and stuff like that, and I manage
all the fun stuff that your dad doesn't want to do.
Yeah. I manage. I created our website, and I manage that. I manage all the social media. And
your dad's more like, I just want to make wine, drink wine, and
yep,
all the fun stuff.
He does all the book work though, all the money work. So, and I don't like doing that.
I did not do.
I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll do it if I have to, but.
Go in there. Put some weight on there. I always forget that. I do that when I make it. Anyway, how's dad life?
Oh, it's a blast.
Milo's getting big.
She's got an attitude.
How old is she now? 19
months.
19 months. Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah. I keep thinking, it'll get better eventually, but it's the attitude's growing and the stress factor's raising.
This is to the point where you have to keep him out of everything. Like you're just there to keep him alive and keep him from like falling down the stairs.
Oh God, that's legit.
Like you know what I mean? Like I'm assuming she's still sleeping through the night. Is she getting up through the night?
No, we've got sleep regression.
Oh, nice.
She was sleeping through the night, not anymore. We're getting up multiple times a night now.
I remember those days just like it was yesterday. You know what? You get to the age where we're at now, and it's like they do their own thing for the most part. You still gotta keep an eye on them. You can't just let him go run off.
I can't keep her out of the dang dog water bowl. She floods our kitchen on a daily basis.
It's the best days. I feel for you. I really do. Someone asked us a while back, you guys gonna have any more? No.
We are. We're going to eventually.
Yeah, do it. You gotta do it while they're young. When with Max and the twins, they got that 4-year apart, and it's fine, but it's like I wish you would have had them all at the same time, so they were all like Max's age. Because it'd just be so much easier now. You still got the little ones, and then you got the older one. And the older one wants to go run and be free, and the young ones, you're like, yeah, you really can't go run around and be free.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I am excited every day, and I love being a dad. We waited for it for so long, and
yes,
we're thankful every day. But it does get stressful.
It does. It wears on you.
She tests us on a daily basis.
It does. It wears on you. It wears on you really quickly too. And then you, with your job, your day-to-day job, you don't get a lot of sleep. So then you come home and you gotta stay up with a kid or get up with a kid, and then you're like, Lord, how am I gonna ever do this? I can never sleep. I never get anything done.
Yeah, we usually rotate. Yeah, we usually rotate. Me working 24/48s. 24 on, 48 off. Usually the way it works is that whenever my first day off, which right now would be tonight, I'll have her tonight, and if she needs somebody to get up with her, I'll get up with her. And then tomorrow, since I have to work the next day, will be Stephanie's night. and then she'll have her while I'm at work as well. But that kind of equals out because I don't sleep at work and she don't sleep at home, so then we're both miserable.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know how that works. Yeah.
Each of us gets one night of.
Yeah, you got to kind of try to bounce back and forth, and then of course, if she's up for you and not up for her, then it's like you feel like I'm always up with her, or vice versa.
Yep.
Yeah, you just you got to struggle through it for the first couple of years. But so other than that, what's going on? How you been?
Oh, I've been good.
You been?
Yep.
Besides working.
Oh God, it's getting into farming season now.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna get a field soon. That's gonna be amazing.
Been working on getting ready for that. The nieces have hogs out at our farm now.
Oh,
so I've been working on getting that all together.
Can I keep mini Highland cows out at your farm?
You have to take care of them. I'm not going to be out there.
I'm just going to buy them, take them out there, and I'm going to come out and play with them.
Okay, but you have to take care of them.
No.
Yeah, you have to feed them, and you have to nurture them, and say provocative things to them.
No.
Because I ain't doing that.
No. That's not how this is going to work.
Then they're going to end up here in your back out.
I will provide some food for them. But that's about it. Oh, yeah, it's about ready. Turn already. All right, so
got them grill marks going.
Yes, we're going to try. We're going to try to make them real nice and pretty.
No, I went and hung out with Mr. Bird here last week or week before.
This way.
We went and saw the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah?
That was really good.
Try to do this right. I kind of did them backwards. The new Ghostbusters.
Yep. I was actually thinking on the way here, you know, he's off Sunday nights now. So maybe we can get him.
Oh, I need to get him out over here. I want to hear war stories. I want to hear army stories.
Yeah.
I want to hear all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I started watching that unsubscribed podcast. You ever seen that? Oh man, start watching some episodes.
Really?
Look up unsubscribed podcast. It's pretty good.
I need a podcast to listen to that's not a medical podcast. To kind of balance things out, because I listen to podcasts all the time. They're all about medical stuff.
I got like 2 that are about cooking. I got the Rogan podcast. Listen to it. Big D and Bubba have a podcast. I bounce into it every once in a while.
I used to listen to this really good podcast called Butts and Stuff.
Yeah.
But they haven't put out any content here lately, and it's kind of bummer town, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's kind of in that same state of kids and
I know
life, and you know, I get it. You know, I don't have a lot of time. My kids are older, but they all have sports and this and that and school stuff, and I feel like we never get anything done. It's just constantly on the run.
We don't get to hang out a whole bunch anymore.
We never hang out a bunch anymore. Like, I went through some. I guess you know, I've always talked about depression, anxiety, and stuff, and I went through a little deep state a while back because I was like, man, like everybody has kids, we don't do anything, we don't hang out, and all I do is run with our kids, and it's like I felt like I didn't have any friends for a while, but I was like, I have friends,
dude.
Like we just all have lives, like we're all grown up now.
I went through that too, man. Here this past year. It just seemed like my whole life revolved around work, winery, farm, and my family, which is great, but there was nothing for me. Like, I couldn't go to the gym anymore, I couldn't hang out with my friends anymore, and I couldn't find time to spend with anybody because my schedule doesn't meet up with anybody else's schedule, and it just...
Right.
But I'm hoping that we can... hoping this next year, and it's kind of one of the things that's kind of like, do I really want another kid? Because, you know, she's getting more independent, but...
What we have to look forward to is we are getting to go on a trip this year.
Yes. Oh, God.
I can't wait. Even though, like, there's some things about it, I'm like, I wish we could have done a better ship. I wish we could have done this, that, and the other. But I'm like, man, it's going to be really nice to go. Because 2 of those stops, there's nothing there but a beach. So I figure we're going to go, sit on the beach, drink some drinks.
Yep, just chill. Let the kiddos do their thing.
Let the kiddos run in the sand or whatever. We'll have to keep an eye on Mila. We don't want Mila running around.
She's going to be a little young.
She's going to be like, hey, kids, I want to play too.
She's going to be just at 2 years old at that point.
That's going to be fun.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
Stephanie's hoping to get her potty trained by then, so we don't have to carry diapers around everywhere, but we shall see.
Oop, I got that a little dark, didn't I? Dang it.
That's alright, I don't mind a little crusty.
Okay, so if the lines are this way.
As long as it's still a little pink in the center.
I need to put the lines this way. Right, yeah. I messed that one up. Dang, dang, dang. Alright. I didn't think it through. Okay, that one turned out nice. Let's see, if the lines are this way, I need to go this way. Put it like that. I messed that one up. I didn't do the lines right. Oh well.
That's alright.
That's okay. It's okay.
You know what? We're human.
We're human. We make mistakes. It's
Stuff
fine.
happens.
That's why I do 2 of them at a time. But anyway, I'm gonna love this trip. I think I planned a trip since me and you were driving.
Mm-hmm.
I planned us a route through the Smoky Mountains.
Really?
Yep.
Sounds like fun.
From US 441. You should probably look it up. It's gonna add a little time to our second day of travel, but it's gonna be beautiful. The women are gonna love it.
Cool.
We're gonna love racing down the road. I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Still trying to decide which vehicle I want to take on this trip, whether it be we cram everything into her Equinox or I risk getting another gouge in the side of my pickup truck again.
Just when we go to parking garages, make sure that you're the driver. Not the ladies. They're not allowed around parking garages.
I will say I can no longer give her crap for that. Even though I like to, because I have a gouge in my tailgate now because I messed up. Yeah.
Oh, did you do the famous like lose a trailer thing like I did?
No, I didn't lose the trailer. I just forgot to latch the trailer. Ooh. And I drove my mule up on my trailer, and the tongue jumped up, and it went forward and just pushed right into the tailgate, went up into the bow tie, and then slammed back down and crushed my license plate.
Oh no.
Yeah, good times.
Alright.
Once it happened, I was like, man, I can't even be mad.
Oh, very pretty. Very pretty. Anyway. So, you said, if I could talk, so you're getting ready to do harvest?
Not harvest.
Spring planting.
You gotta put it in the ground first.
I got too many
before you take it out.
Tried to do too many things at once here. And you guys, how do you guys do this? How do you guys find the time to even between your job, the winery, and your dad's at the winery? So I assume your dad's probably going to do a lot of it.
Dad usually spends most of the time in the planter.
Does he?
Yeah, or in the tractor planting. He usually does most of that. Not because I can't do it or I'm not good at it. Just because that's kind of his therapy.
Oh yeah, just to go out.
He loves just sitting there and just spending hours out in the tractor, going.
I can see that.
So
let's cut these cut up while we're waiting.
I usually spend more time fixing stuff and getting stuff ready and servicing things. And then I of course I do a lot of the hauling of the grain and the harvest time, and he does a lot of the combining, the harvesting.
Oh.
So
that looks awesome. These are really freaking juicy. They're a little more done than normal. But
what kind of steaks are those?
These are New York strips.
Okay.
I went to the grocery store a while ago, and the ribeyes were a little expensive and they weren't real thick, so I thought these looked pretty thick and they were a little cheaper. So I thought, you know what, these look fantastic. Try not to cut you. I don't want to send you home to your wife and then the
right. Well, everybody online is just waiting for you to lob a chunk of finger off. Seems like it happens often.
Look, just because I do it all the time doesn't mean I'm gonna do. No, just jab my finger right off there. All right. I had this all planned out, and it doesn't seem like it works out the way I want it to, but that's okay.
You'll have that.
We'll figure we'd take a good picture of it. A pretty steak I made for you. So when are you gonna get back in the gym with me?
When I move back to Altamont. Oh man, trust me. You send me these Snapchats and all this Instagram stuff, And I'm like, oh my God, I am so fat and so out of shape, and you're rocking it, and I can't even be there with you.
I was talking to the wife today about this trip, and I said, you know what? I said, I am looking forward to going, and I said, I'm going to get up early, because I get up early anyway. And then I said, I'm going to get up early, and I'm going to hit the gym on the ship. And she's like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, no, seriously, like, you guys sleep in, and I don't. I'm always up before everybody. Yeah. I said, I'm going to the gym.
Well, I always did that whenever we'd go, that last cruise we went on, I was going to the gym. Whenever we were going down to Destin, I always went and worked out while we were there.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm so down to do this. Let me get my phone here, and we'll take a picture real quick.
Yes. But no, I finally getting kind of back into a routine, because I got enough stuff at home that I'm just working out at home and just letting Mila run.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to get back into a gym soon, but it's just, I gotta find something to do with her.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's the whole routine thing is what's hard to try to get a good angle. I just can't get a good angle on this picture, but that works. Anyway, the routine thing is, if I'm a creature of habit, and I'm definitely a creature of routine, and so getting into the routine was a little hard because I didn't know what I was doing. And now that I've done it, I've got an app that helps me keep everything straight. My memory sucks, so oh, I gotta do this particular workout. Oh, I gotta do that particular workout. I gotta do that. I can't remember them all. And then once I do remember them, I'm like, well, how much did I lift the last time? Or how many do I do? Or what, you know, how do I do it? So then I have to go through and like look at it. So the app like helps me out remember everything. So now I've gotten to the point now I'm only like 8-9 weeks in or whatever. Like I can get in there and do what I need to do. I'm in there like 45 minutes. I've got a whole workout and I'm done. And I'm like, this is awesome. I said, I love this. And I said, I love working out. I've gotten to the point now where I've added in, like I separate my arms, like triceps one day, biceps another. If I do like chest and triceps one day, back and biceps another. And then on Wednesday's leg day. Thursday, I started to do like core workout stuff. And I switched it up now where I do core workout, but then I also add in a whole arm workout again. So I do like basically do everything in my arms twice in a week.
Yep.
So I'm loving it. I'm loving it every time I show up.
It's one of the most satisfying things you can get whenever you get in a routine and you get that consistency and you start seeing the progression.
Yeah,
it feels really good. It's phenomenal.
You can dig in.
Oh, right. I didn't know if we were done taking pictures.
No, you're good. We can just dig in, chat and eat. No more done.
Oh yeah, that's still good,
but delicious nonetheless.
No, mine. I always had to have a weird routine with my work schedule. And so the best thing for me, whenever I started out, was that my brother went to the gym with me, showed me everything, how to do things, the proper form and everything, and then wrote down my whole routine. And so I just had to take a notebook with me every time, and I'd write down what weight I did along with that exercise. It was just a sheet with the exercises, and then I'd jot down notes next to them.
Yeah.
And I'd have, you know, one routine for one day and another routine for the other. And I did a lot of full body stuff where you did everything.
I see a lot of people that do that. They come in and they do, like, you hop from one machine to the next, and the next, and the next. I'm like, I don't think I can do that. I think I want to work on one thing every day.
That's kind of where I've gotten anymore. It's hard for me to find enough. I was also spending 2 hours a day at the gym when I was doing that. And don't get me wrong, it was great and I got in great shape, but that was a lot of time that I just don't have anymore. So
I get it. I get it. That 45 minutes I can go in. I think that's why I get it done faster, because I'm not doing a full body every day. I'm going in and I'm concentrating on one or two areas and hitting them hard. And then, you know, the next day you go, oh man, my chest hurts. Well, I'm not working chest today, I'm working something else, so it doesn't really matter. You know, you give your muscles that time to rest, and then you come in and you hit them again. So it works out.
Yeah.
I love it.
The routine I'm in now is I do chest and arms at work, because we've got bench press and whole set of dumbbells.
Yeah.
So I do chest and arms at work, and then I also do some treadmill stuff. Sometimes I run, sometimes I walk, sometimes I incline. It's just however I feel. I don't specifically say I'm going to do this. I just When it comes to cardio, I just do how I feel.
Yeah.
Something's better than nothing.
The only cardio I really do is when I add in the step machine at the end usually. I usually go in.
Stairmaster.
Yep. Hit the steps.
That's a butt kicker.
And it is. And I usually get about 5 minutes in-ish. One, it's great cardio. And two, when we go on a strip this year, I plan on hitting them stairs on this on the actual ship, because usually when we have, first day or so, you always have to hit the stairs anyways. And I'm like, dude, this year I'm not gonna get winded. Like, I'm gonna hit them steps every time, and it's gonna be amazing. Like, that's my whole plan. I told her, I was like, I am working steps. That way my knees and my legs do not kill me on that ship this year.
Yeah. No, I do chest and arms at work. The first day after work, or the day after work, I do legs, which I have legs for that because most days whenever I get home from work, I'm either winded, don't feel like it, or I've got something else going on. So if I skip legs, not all that big a deal. I know that's a cardinal sin, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you're big leg day.
But, and then I do shoulders and back on my day before work.
Oh, that's not bad. Dude, that fucking frickin' butter. Frickin'. I don't care if you cuss, really, but
just throw some beeps in there.
Yeah. That butter is delicious.
What kind of butter is that?
Land O'Lakes garlic and herb.
Oh, so it's something you can get from the store? Ooh. Interesting.
You don't have to make your own, they make it for you.
Is that actual butter or is it margarine?
Butter spread.
Ah, good enough.
What's the difference between butter and margarine anyway? I don't think I
Margarine's one molecule away from being plastic.
Huh. So not much. So not much. Okay.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's still good. I mean, it's good, it's just not good for you.
You have to excuse me, I am super starving. This is my meal for the day. So.
I've kind of been dabbling a little bit into the carnivore diet like you.
I've had a lot of people, now that I've done this, that they're like, so what do you do on the carnivore diet? How are you doing it? And then I'm like, well, carnivore diet's great, but you got to remember, you can't just eat the same thing every day.
Yeah.
That's a big one. You got to rotate things out. You got to make things interesting. I probably do things I'm not supposed to, like I add sauces in. Like, everything usually has a sauce because I need something. I need some flavor. I need to change it. I can't just eat just a plain steak every day. Like, you won't stay with it long. If you're eating plain steak, plain chicken, whatever, you won't stay with it. So you got to get clever. Add in some eggs and some cheese or whatever. That's fine.
Yeah. I've just kind of been dabbling with it a little bit, playing with it, because it sounds interesting. I like meat. And I'm always into trying new stuff.
Yeah. What's really worked for me was adding in fasting.
See, that's how I did, or that's how I lost all my weight back in the day, was I was really strict on my fasting.
How long did you go?
So, I had a different job at that point. I was working just EMS, not fire.
Yep.
Which I was still volunteer fire, but that was on my days off.
Yeah.
So my days off, I was, my eating times were 11 to 7 because I wanted to have lunch before I went to the farm.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't eat anything past 7 p.m. And then my days I was at work, the night before work, I'd stop eating at 7 p.m. and then I would fast until 4 p.m. the next day when I was at work, because I wasn't as active. I wasn't going to the, I didn't go to the gym. Wasn't as active. I, working ambo, you might get a call, you might get 10 calls, you might get 1 call. So you're sitting around a lot, not doing as much. So that's why my fasting was a lot longer then, and that really worked out. And another thing that helped work was I started throwing in twice a day whenever I was at work. And this was working at a hospital. I would go outside and I would just walk around the hospital for 20 minutes twice a day while I was fasting, and that was another thing that was a big help.
Right. So I
lost total like 75 pounds. It was over like 2 years, but
not quite a bit though. That butter's delicious.
Yeah.
I was never a big lunch eater. And so I've always really struggled with that. I'd rather go out and close my eyes for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. Just because it like resets my brain. Like the second half of my day, I'm so much better if I just can close my eyes for 20 minutes. So I was never much of a lunch eater. But I used to always eat something for breakfast. So when I first started the carnivore diet, I was always cooking like sausage and bacon and stuff in the morning, and then that's what I would eat. Well, with the carnivore diet, I got to a planed off point where I wasn't really losing much, and I was like, okay, I got to make a change, you know. So I started doing the fasting with it. I cut out breakfast altogether. So then I was only eating like one meal. But I was having to watch, like, at the time, when I first started, I wasn't really watching how much I was eating at night. So, but I was just like, okay, I just eat supper or whatever. I eat a big supper. I was losing a little bit, but I wasn't doing much. And then I got to thinking, actually what happened, I got this, that's back to this depressed mode that I was in. I just hit a real rock bottom for whatever reason. It was over the winter time. It happens. And I realized that whatever I had done that week, whatever meal it was, like I wasn't eating much, and then I was like, wasn't eating through the day because I was fasting or whatever. And I got to thinking, I'm like, man, I've been doing this for like a week and didn't even realize what I was doing. And I realized like it wasn't that hard. Like it was all in my head that I needed all this, and I didn't need it. So I got to the point now where I'm like, I'm gonna have one meal. I gotta have it between 4 and 8, and I gotta have, it's gotta be carnivore diet. And I gotta, just so much. I can't eat, add a whole bunch of stuff to it, and things that you shouldn't be eating, and Skittles and sugar. So then I started cutting out sugar and all that stuff. So now I'm down to sugar-free sodas and different things. So I cut all that stuff out. So now I'm like, and it just went. Like it went real quick. But
see, a lot of people give sugar-free sodas like a bad rap because it's got aspartame and that's going to cause cancer. But sometimes that little bit.
But then they drink diet.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing pretty much. But the thing of it is that little bit less could be just enough to get somebody going in the right direction. Maybe that's all maybe that's all it takes to get somebody going down the right road. And so,
I gotta have flavor. Like I can't just have plain water. I can't do that. I have to have flavor. So adding in the sugar-free sodas, like I can still get soda, but it, I get the less sugar, so it works out great. And I can't do diet after working for a soda company and seeing how fast diet goes bad. I'm out.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of diet sodas ever. But the only thing that I've really gotten into has been the Coke Zero, the zero sugar Coke. And Stephanie started bringing that home, and I tried. I'm like, oh, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, actually, I'm doing. I started out with Coke Zero, doing like the Coke Cherry Zero. Now I'm into Dr. Pepper Zeros.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they're so good. They taste just like Dr. Pepper. It's great. So I drink those a lot. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, how's the steak?
Oh, it was great.
So good.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy. This is my meal for the day. It's so good.
Yep, that was really good.
Now I got mashed potatoes.
Dig of the butter. I'm gonna have to look that up and see if I can get some, because that'll go really good on other stuff.
Oh, it was great. That butter is awesome. I bought like 2 tubs of it. It's the best thing ever. Put it on bread and make toast. Like garlic bread. It's fantastic. But anyway, try to swallow this last piece. It was great to have you on. It's been great to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have to do it again.
Talked a lot about weight loss and gym stuff more than anything.
Right.
But I'm definitely going to have you back. So we're going to talk about more stuff in the future. But I want to go in and hang out with Mila. Since she's here.
I haven't hardly gotten to see her today, so.
Yep. No, I'm sure my wife's loving it. But
oh, yeah.
I just make sure the dog's not attacking her too much.
Yep.
The cow that I have.
Yes, Blue the bear.
Yeah, we call him the couch cow or the hippopotamus, land hippo. We call him land hippo.
There we go. That's a good one.
He's the land hippo. Anyway, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next time. Another episode of NewBQ Backyard Barbecue and Grilling. Around the Pit, episode 3. Episode 3. I've got to do more of these, and I just can't get around to it.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, we're out.